Good morning students. Let's see the continuity of D block elements. Okay. Chemical reactivity and standard reduction potential E0 values of transition elements. Okay. 3D transition elements. Okay. So what is the reactivity of transition elements? We have 3D, 4D, 5D like that. Okay. So how they react with acids. Okay. Depends on standard electrode potential values, E0 values. So you know very well students. So here before going to discuss about this, we have to learn some important points here regarding to transition metals. Okay. Right, point wise. Chemical reactivity of transition metals vary widely. That means they have different chemical reactivities. So chemical reactivity of transition metals vary widely. That means they shows different reactivity nature. So some of the transition elements are react very easily, that means more reactive. Some of the transition elements are less reactive. Okay, that is the meaning of this point. So very widely, that is difference is there in the reactivity order of transition series also. Most of the transition metals are sufficiently positive most of the transition elements are sufficiently positive character means here positive character means most of transition metals easily lose the electrons. They lose very easily electrons, easily donate the electrons. That means easily donate the electrons and they become positive. That means suppose this is transition metals, it can easily lose 2 electrons. Then it shows positive character or not? So easily lose the electron, then they become positive. Okay, is it positive charge or not? Positive. Okay. That means most of the transition metals well dissolved in dilute acids like HCl and H2SO4. Okay. So they dissolved in dilute acids HCl and H2SO4 except copper. Copper does not dissolve in dilute acids like HCl and H2SO4. Okay. So here dissolved means transition metals except they easily react with dilute acids, dilute acid and also dilute sulfuric acid except copper. Okay. Why copper? Why copper do not dissolve or react with dilute acid or dilute H2SO4. What is the reason? The reason is copper has positive standard reduction potential. Clear ma? That is E naught standard reduction potential of copper is almost positive, that is plus 0.34 volts. So if standard electrode potential value is more positive, then they act good oxidizing agents. That means they are unable to release the electrons, they try to accept the electrons. Okay. So most of the transition metals they can able to lose the electrons, then they act as good reducing agent. Clear? Why? Because their standard electrode potential are most of them shows with negatively. Okay. So even iron, chromium, okay, nickel, they shows a negative electrode potential values here. But in the case of copper, it shows its standard reduction potential value is positive. Okay. So this is the reason why copper unable to dissolve in the case of dilute acids like dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4. Okay. Is it clear, ma? So let us come. This is the zinc. So interaction with dilute H2SO4, which gives zinc sulfate and hydrogen gas. This is very, very important here. That means here zinc dissolved in dilute H2SO4 and it liberates the hydrogen gas. It avoids the hydrogen gas or releases the hydrogen gas. So if we observe here one thing, this dilute H2SO4 and this zinc. What is the oxidation state of zinc here? 0. Oxidation state of zinc. Why here zinc is elemental state? Okay. So in the elemental state, the oxidation state of the metals or elements taken as 0. So oxidation state of zinc is 0 here. And come to here, in this hydrogen shows +1 oxidation state. What is the oxidation state of hydrogen here in H2SO4? +1. Clear? So come to here, in zinc sulfate, the oxidation state of zinc is +2. Okay? And here H2, the oxidation state is 0. Okay? So let us compare here this zinc to ZnSO4 here. Compare these two. What happened here? Zinc, which shows 0 oxidation states, converted to Zn+2, am I right? Zn+2. So 0 +2 means this zinc lose 2 electrons. How many electrons? So when zinc shows +2, by the loss of 2 electrons, when zinc lose 2 electrons, then it shows +2 oxidation state. So loss of electron is called as oxidation. So from zinc to zinc sulfate, what happened? Which reaction takes place? Oxidation reaction takes place. What is oxidation reaction here? Loss of electron. Loss of electrons. From zinc 0 to Zn plus 2, loss of electrons takes place clearly. That means oxidation takes place. Okay. Here zinc lose the electron. So loss of electron means here zinc undergoes oxidized. Oxidized means loss of electron. So note that point here. Okay. Zinc undergoes oxidized. That means zinc easily loses 2 electrons. Am I right? Zinc easily loses 2 electrons. Okay. Now here we have H2SO4 acid. In this H2SO4, how many H plus we have? 2 H plus H2. How many H plus? 2 H plus we have. Why? Because 2 hydrogens here in H2SO4. Clear? So now these 2 H plus accept these 2 electrons which are from zinc. These 2 electrons from zinc. Am I right? Now these 2 electrons obtained by these are accepted by these 2 H plus here. Am I right? These 2 electrons towards 2 H plus. Then it becomes here 2 plus. Am I right? Electron deficiency is there. Here H plus need 1 electron. But how many H plus here we have? 2 electron. 2 H plus. So it need 2 electrons or not? 2 electrons clearly. So now these 2 H plus gain 2 electrons. Then it gives H2, hydrogen gas. Okay. Here H plus 2, H2, here what is the oxidation state of hydrogen? Plus 1. Here what about this one? 0. When H plus become H2, then compare the oxidation states of these two. Clear? What happened here? Here H plus 1 to H2 0. Plus 1 to 0 means when plus 1 becomes 0, this plus 1 gain 1 electron, it's gain 1 electron, it become H2. Suppose 2H plus what happened? It gain 2 electrons, it becomes H2. Then oxidation state becomes 0. Okay. So here what happened? Reduction takes place. In this process reduction takes place. Reduction means gain of electron. Gain of electron. Here H plus gain the electrons. 2H plus here we have the gain 2 electrons and it become H2. Then oxidation state becomes 0 here. So gaining of electron means reduction here. Here H plus gain the electrons means gaining of electron is called as reduced. Clear mark 2? So that means when this zinc, which is 3D transition metal, remove the hydrogen or displace the hydrogen from dilute acid, am I right? This zinc remove the hydrogen from H2SO4 and zinc occupy the space of H2 here. Here H2SO4, but here it is ZnSO4, am I right? That means this zinc remove the hydrogen gas from dilute acid. So why zinc remove the hydrogen or why zinc displace the hydrogen here? Okay. So that is the concept here. Now tell me here, this zinc easily loses 2 electrons, am I right? So now this is called as reducing agent. Reducing agent means those which can easily lose electrons is called as reducing agent. This reducing agent undergoes oxidation, am I right? It is undergoes oxidized or not? Why it is oxidized? It loses the electron, so it is called oxidized and it is called reducing agent. And come to here, this H plus is called as oxidizing agent, am I right? Oxidizing agent. Why it is oxidizing agent? Okay. So it gain the electron, am I right? Oxidizing agent means it gain the electron means it undergoes reduced, am I right? Clear up to? It gain the 2 electrons, that means reduction takes place. Those which can gain the electrons we call it is oxidizing agent clearly. Okay. So write down that point here. So in this equation, what is reducing agent? Zinc. Okay. Reducing agent easily donate the electron. Here zinc donate the electrons to H plus. Okay. So when zinc lose the electron means what happened? Itself undergoes oxidation. So here reducing agent undergoes oxidation by the loss of electrons. Am I right? Zinc lose the electrons, so itself it undergoes oxidize. It provides the electrons to H plus. Am I right? Reducing agent provide the electrons to H plus. Am I right? So H plus gain the electron and undergoes reduction. That means reducing agent helps to reduction of H plus. Clear? Simple. Reducing agent easily donate the electron to others. Itself it undergoes oxidation. Okay. So by the providing of electrons from reducing agent, other species undergoes reduction. That means reducing agent helps to reduction. Clear? So here zinc is reducing agent. That means easily lose the electrons. So you should remember here one more important thing. When reducing agent having negative standard electrode potential, negative standard electrode potential. So E naught standard reduction potential values are for good reducing agent means those which can easily lose the electrons are good have good reactivity also. They easily react with dilute acids. Those which having negative standard electrode potential, they are very good reactivity in nature in dilute acids. Clear? Remember this point. Reducing agents having negative standard electrode reduction potential values. Clear? That means they can easily lose the electron. Am I right? So that means they easily react with the dilute acids and they easily liberate hydrogen gas from the acids. So here zinc having negative standard reduction potential value. Clear? So here note the point. Zinc easily displace the hydrogen from dilute acids due to negative reduction potential values. Okay? Clear? So in the same equation, what is oxidizing agent here? In this equation, so remember this, like zinc, nickel also can able to displace hydrogen from acid, and iron also can able to displace. Why? Because these also having negative E naught values are negative for these also. Those having with a negative standard reduction potential value, they can easily remove the hydrogens from acids. Okay? Clear? Zinc has negative standard reduction potential. Like nickel, iron, chromium is also standard reduction potential values, so negative values. So they can easily displace the hydrogen from these acids. Remember this. Okay? Now what is oxidizing agent in the above equation? Here oxidizing agent means this H2SO4. Am I right? Oxidizing agent. Why it is oxidizing agent? It accept electrons from zinc, which is called reducing agent. It accepts the electrons or not? Accept the electrons. Okay, 2 electrons it accept. Already we discussed that. H plus 2 H plus, here we have that again these 2 electrons from zinc. Okay, then it becomes H2. These 2 electrons from zinc. Okay, it accepts electrons from zinc. By the accept of electrons, these oxidizing agent undergoes reduced. Okay, that means 2H plus gain 2 electrons, it become H2. It accept electrons. Now this H plus is called as oxidizing agent. H plus or H2SO4. H2H plus or 2H2SO4, both are same. So it accepts the electron, oxidizing agent. So gaining of electron means it is reduced. That means oxidizing agent undergoes reduced by the gaining of electron. That means H plus remove the electron from reducing agent. Am I right? Clear? Then reducing agent undergoes oxidized by the loss of electrons to H plus. So oxidizing agent helps to oxidation itself undergoes reduction. Am I right? H plus remove the electron from zinc. Those which can accept the electron is called as reducing agent. Okay? It accept oxidizing agent means it accept electrons from zinc. Okay? It undergoes reducing agent undergoes, that means oxidizing agent undergoes reduced. Gain the electron. Am I right? Clear? So H plus remove the electron from reducing agent. Okay? Then reducing agent undergoes oxidation by the loss of electron to H plus. Am I right? Clear? That means here write this up to reducing agent means good electron donors. Okay? Helps to reduction of others. Well, because they provide the electrons. These reducing agents having E naught values negative. Okay? Reducing agent. Good reducing agent having more negative values. Okay? And reducing agent with negative E naught values displace the hydrogen from dilute HCl or dilute H2SO4. Clear? Reducing agent oxidized by the loss of electrons. Clear? Come to oxidizing agent. It is poor electron donor and also it accept electrons. Okay? By the accept electrons it undergoes reduction by the gaining of electron. By gain of electron. Clear? That means we call it is reduced. Okay? It helps to oxidation of others by taking electrons. By taking electrons from others. Clear? And most important, oxidizing agent E naught values may be positive, almost, or less negative, or less negative, or less negative also, or less negative. Okay. Oxidizing agents with less negative or E naught values positive cannot displace hydrogen gas from dilute as itself or dilute H2SO4. Example, copper. So what is its standard reduction potential value? Plus 0.34 volts. It is a oxidizing agent. Am I right? Why it has positive? It cannot produce electrons easily. It try to gain electrons mostly. Why it is oxidizing agent? It is always try to accept the electrons. Okay. So it cannot displace the. Suppose this reaction can write as copper dilute H2SO4. Okay. Is there any possibility like this? No. Why? Because it cannot produce hydrogen gas. This type of reaction does not take place here in the case of dilute. Okay. Remember this. Why it has positive electrode potential? Is it clear, Mark 2? You should need to these fundamentals at least before going to discuss about standard reduction potential values. E naught is more negative, that means we call it is reducing agents and they are good. They have good reactivity. Examples: nickel, zinc, iron, chromium like. Okay. Why? Because they have shows negative standard electrode potential. Remember this. And here copper is a noble. Copper is a noble transition metal. Noble means here less reactive. Less reactive. Why? Why? E naught standard reduction potential value is positive. Clear, ma? Up to? Is positive. Okay. Let's see. Reactivity of 3D, 4D and 5D transition series is 3D is greater than 4D is greater than 5D. Why? Because for 3D transitions their E naught standard reduction potential values maximum negative, high negative values. Okay. So that means easily donate the electrons. Donate the electrons and act as good reducing agent except copper. Okay. So the reactivity is more for 3D than 5D. Okay. Remember this. So let us write the question here. ZnH2SO4, mention here dilute, okay, which gives ZnSO4 and hydrogen gas. Okay. So what is the oxidation state of zinc here? 0. Okay. What is the oxidation state of hydrogen here? +1. Here +2. Here it is 0. Okay. So now here reducing agent, zinc is called as reducing agent. Okay. Here H plus is called as, this one is called as oxidizing agent. Okay. From zinc to Zn+2, what happened? Which reaction takes place? Loss of electrons takes place. Loss of electron. So we call it is oxidation. That means zinc lose the electrons easily. That means which compound undergoes oxidation here? Zinc oxidized by the loss of electrons. Clear? Oxidized. So it is reducing agent. So E0 values for this one here. E0 value is maximum negative. Maximum negative. So what about H2? E0 value plus H2, that means we can do 2H plus to become H2 by the gaining of 2 electrons is 0.00 volt here. Okay. What is the oxidation here? +2. Here it is 0. So come to compare this here, these two, H2 and H2. Here it is +1 and it is 0. +1, 0 means gaining the electron. Okay. So +1, 1 gain 1 electron, +1 minus 1 is equals to 0. Gaining of electron. Add -1 to the +1, it becomes 0 or not? Gaining of electron. So gaining of electron means reduction. Reduction. Reduction means here H plus gain the electrons means it is undergoes reduced. Am I right? Reduced. Which one gain the electron? Then we call it is, here this one is called as oxidizing agent. Clear one? So where oxidation reduction both are takes place, we call it is redox reaction. Redox reaction. Where oxidation reduction both are takes place in the single reaction, we call it is redox reaction or oxidation reduction reaction. Okay, clear? Both oxidation reduction both are takes place. Let's see. Chromium +2 interact with 2H plus, that means dilute acid, which gives Cr+3 and H2 gas. Am I right? Okay. 2 chromium. Here 2H plus we have, am I right? This chromium easily loses 1 electron and it becomes +3. But 2 chromium means how many electrons it loses? 2 electrons. Clear? So here it is called as reducing agent. Why? It is easily loses the electrons. And by the loss of electron it is oxidized. Am I right? Loss of electron means oxidation. Clear? Let us come to this one. 2H plus, gain these 2 electrons, 2 positive, 2 negatives, gaining of electron. It becomes hydrogen gas. Okay. Gaining of electron is called as reduction. By the gaining, what happened? It is H plus undergoes reduced. Those which accept the electron is called as oxidizing agent. What is E0 value? 0.0. And it is reducing agent means what we are expecting? E0 value negative. So those with the negative reduction potential easily displace the hydrogen from the acids. Clear? But copper cannot do like this. Okay? That means, is it clear up to? Clear, students, up to? And note here, titanium and vanadium both are passive with dilute HCl and dilute H2SO4. That means not willing to release H2 gas when interact with titanium and vanadium. Not displaced like that. Passive means here they are less reactive with acids. Okay? Remember this one. And scandium to zinc. This is 3D transition, am I right? 3D transition series. Okay? From left to, this is left, this is right, am I right? From left to right, E naught standard adduction potential values are less negative. Less negative. Okay? That means reducing agent nature is decreases from left to right. Reducing agent nature is decrease. That means loss of electron tendency is also decrease. Less tendency to lose electrons. That means formation of divalent cations is less. That means M gives rise to M plus 2 by the loss of 2 electron, am I right? M plus 2 means what is the charge here? Plus 2. That means what we call it is divalent. Divalent cation. By source plus 2. Monovalent cation means M plus 1. Trivalent cation means M plus 3. That means from left to right while we are moving, so the tendency of loss of 2 electron is less. Okay? That means reducing nature tendencies decreases. So why from left to right, this scandium in the left, am I right? It has E naught values more negative, more negative. That means good reducing agent. That means easily lose electrons. While we are moving from left to right, these E naught value, suppose here copper, for copper almost positive, almost positive for copper. So copper and for suppose copper in this case divalent cation, these tendency is less. Why? Because E naught value comes to positive or less negative, less negative, more negative. More negative means easily lose electrons like this. Okay, but less negative means it can enable to form divalent cations from left to right. The tendency is decreases. That means reducing agent tendency is decrease from left to right. Clear? Why? E naught value is try to approach positive. Okay, that means less negative. Remember this. Clear up to? So from while we are moving from left to right, the M plus 2 formation tendency is decreases. Okay, remember this. Why? What is the reason? E naught value is more negative here. While we are moving here, it is less negative and almost maybe positive in the case of copper. Okay, not willing to lose 2 electrons. Why? The reason is here. One more reason. M plus 1 by the loss of 1 electron, am I right? So first ionization energy we use here, Ig1. So what is ionization energy here? Suppose this is a gaseous atom, neutral gaseous atom. Okay. So the minimum amount of energy is required to remove the electron from the valence shell of neutral isolated gaseous atom is called as ionization energy. Okay. So first ionization energy means here I removed just 1 electron from the valence shell of M. For that here we used some quantity of energy, that is called as first ionization energy. Now this is called unipositive ion, am I right? Unipositive ion. M plus means already we removed the electron. Now I would like to remove one more electron from this unique positive ion by using second ionization energy. Remove one more electron and it becomes M plus 2. Okay. So the removal of electron from this unipositive ion is very difficult. Very difficult means here what is the effective nuclear charge? Plus 1. Okay. So while we are removing the electron, the effective nuclear charge is also increases. Am I right? Then nuclear attractions are very strong from the outermost electrons. Clear? So you know already second ionization energy is greater than first ionization energy. Am I right? So which ionization energy is more? Second ionization energy. That means it is very difficult to remove the electron from the unipositive ion. Okay. That means here we need to use more quantity of energy to remove the electrons. Very difficult. That means less tendency to show plus 2. So plus 1 is okay, very good. Easily remove the electron. But in the case of second ionization energy, if you remove the electron, it is very difficult. So that means M plus 2 formation tendency is very less. Am I right? Divalent cation, not here. Divalent cation formation is difficult from left to right in 3D transition series because sum of IE1 plus IE2 value is high. More ionization energy values are takes place here. That means unable to remove the second electrons. Very difficult. So the tendency of formation of M plus 2 is very difficult from left to right. Okay, remember this. And one more reason, they shows positive or less negative E naught values. Okay, remember this. But not here, but titanium plus 2, vanadium plus 2, chromium plus 2, those are M plus 2 formation, am I right? M plus 2 are good reducing agents. Good reducing agents. That means easily donate electron and exist as M plus 2 and more reactive also. More reactive. That means E naught values almost negative. Clear? Write one more point. Cobalt plus 3 and also Mn plus 3, these both are good reducing, good oxidizing agents. Good oxidizing agents. That means less willing to donate electrons. They easily accept electrons. That means cobalt plus 3 accept 1 electrons become cobalt plus 2 and Mn plus 3 accept 1 electron and become Mn plus 2 mostly. Okay. So M plus 3 formation, am I right? These two are good oxidizing agent. That means they accept electrons to exist as CO plus 2, Mn plus 2. Those which can accept electron is called as good oxidizing agents. Okay. Is it clear, mark to everyone? So write important question here. Let's write. Write the question. Chromium plus 2 and Fe plus 2, which one is stronger reducing agent? stronger reducing agent. Both are reducing agents, but which one is stronger reducing agent? The same question can also ask like reducing agent means which can easily lose electron, am I right? And Fe plus 2 which can easily donate electrons. Okay? Clear? Good reducing agent. Good reducing agent. All are same questions. So now let's see the explanation for this question. Let us come to chromium. What is atomic number? 24. Write its electronic configuration. Argon 4s1 3d5. Am I right? In the case of chromium plus 2, it loses 2 electrons. That 2 electrons from one is from 4s, another one is from chromium plus 2 means one electron from S, another one is from 4. 3d4. Okay. And come to now see chromium plus 2 is become as chromium plus 3 by the loss of 1 electron. Here chromium loses 1 electron, am I right? Now it is called as reducing agent. Why? It is donate the electron and it converted as Cr plus 3. It is easily lose the electron, so it is reducing agent. So its E0 values almost negative. Clear? So if you observe the electronic configuration of chromium plus 2 here, that is argon 4s0 3d4. Which configuration here? D4 configuration here. And observe here after loss of electron here, chromium plus 3 means this is argon 4s0 3d3. Am I right? 3d3. Which configuration here? D3. D3. So D3 means we have 3 electrons in D. Okay. Now these D orbitals can be split as let's see here. This is the question, right? I will explain here. Now chromium D3 configuration is there in Cr plus 3. In Cr plus 3 D3 configuration you need to observe here. 3 electrons are there in the D subcell. Okay. Now this can be split as 2 types. That is, these 3 are called as T2g orbitals. These 2 are called as Eg orbitals. Eg orbitals. Now this is called T2g position and this one is called as Eg position. How many T2g orbitals here we have? 3. Each one consists with single electron and here no electron here. This Eg state is called as higher energy state. Higher energy state. Clear? This is higher energy means less stable, Energy and stability is inversely proportional relation. Clear? Let us come to here. This is more stable state and less energy state. Okay. Now chromium plus 3 in aqueous medium, that is like water here. Aqueous medium, T2g orbitals that is D3 configuration is more stable. More stable. More stable. Okay. That means Cr plus 2 gives rise to Cr plus 3. This is more stable. Here chromium plus 2 for getting stability easily lose electron. Am I right? Here chromium plus 2 try to get the stability. For getting D3 configuration it easily lose the electron. Okay. So here Cr plus 2 easily lose the electrons. Okay. And let us see iron plus 2 here. What is atomic number? 26 for iron. Write its electronic configuration. Argon 4s2 3d6. Fe plus 2 means argon 4s0 and 3d6. Am I right? So now Fe plus 2 lose the electrons and it converted as Fe plus 3 by the loss of 1 electron. Am I right? Fe plus 3. This is Fe plus 2. What is the configuration here? Argon 4s0 3d6. That means d6 configuration here. Unstable. So for getting stable, Fe plus 2 easily lose 1 electron. So it is called as reducing agent. Okay. For getting stability, easily lose the electron 1 electron. So reducing agent. Okay. Now write Fe plus 3 configuration. This is argon 4s0 3d5. Am I right? 3d5. d5 configuration means completely half filled. Am I right? Completely half filled. Is stable. Am I right? Stable. But in the aqueous medium, D3 configuration is more stable than not that. In aqueous medium, D3 configuration, that is T2G, is more stable than D5. So in which case easily lose the electrons takes place? In the case of chromium plus 3, for getting more stability easily lose the electron and get more stable. So here the answer is chromium plus 3 is stronger reducing agent. Why? Because it is easily lose electron than Fe plus 2 for getting stability. Why? Because chromium plus 3 is more stable. Okay students, we will see again on tomorrow. Have a nice day and keep this one very important.